Bum 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 bum. Bum bum. So intense. Yes. Okay. It appears we are live. Finally. Hello Teldask. Hello Eudemus. Hello everybody. Welcome to another War Thunder mobile stream. We are finally back. Finally, you know. It's been so long. I just realized I gotta do the Fireball review sometime soon. Am I Frog Thunder? Well, I don't really sound like him now, do I? We're gonna start by playing the rarest tank in the game, followed by the second most rare tank in the game, and then a not so as rare tank in the game, and then a very common tank. Just gonna run this platoon while we get more people in here, you know? This will be perfect to listen to while making stuff off-brand Photoshop. Yes. Commander of L3, welcome. Good to have you. We're still running the smoke in the secondary slot because, you know, it's always a fun time to have that. Full insane lineup? Okay, well, I could. It's just, it takes a little bit of planning because there's a lot of individual vehicles at separate ranks that are really good. And then to get a full lineup that's quote-unquote insane might be a little bit difficult. Kaz, I'm not ignoring you, I just acknowledged it. You gotta... Okay. Hello, the snail. Welcome. Good to have you. We're gonna have a lot of people up here. We're gonna also be sneaky, so we can get a kill or two. By sneaky, I mean not really. Considering we're gonna be shoving ourselves into the enemy lines, and they're gonna have to deal with it. That guy's got artillery on him. Gotta go to... Okay, that's fine, man. You go do that. Get your food. Eat up. Not gonna watch the other stream. I need to go to piano practice. No problem, you guys. It doesn't concern me if you have to go for the first stream. Of course, that's what we have the second stream for, because not everybody can attend the first one. Alright. Surely someone's got to come around and figure out that we're pretty vulnerable on the side here. I get it, man, I get it. Opinion on seal clubbers? Well, I can't really speak because most of the time people claim I am one, so I can't talk bad upon them because I'm in that class apparently. There, you know, it's gonna be a little bit annoying, of course, for the new players who just want to play the game for once, try to figure out how things work. But hey, what are we gonna do about it? Unless we stop them entirely, which of course that's not gonna happen. We're not gonna completely, any way we want. We won't be able to completely rid of seal clubbers, so there are always gonna be some. That's why we just say, how could you? And we have to move on. Alright, we're not going to concern ourselves with that too much. Who needs backup? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear that. Alright. Well, I didn't see on the map where it was. I mean, I heard it just fine. Should War Thunder Mobile be a 2D game? Absolutely not. That'd be a bad idea. Why would we want it to be 2D? Where's this guy? Oh. I'm at 6 kills. This is gonna help my KD. It's not gonna matter too much. Remember when that would actually work? What? Should be 40. Well, I don't know if we need the game to reach across time and space. It seems a little bit impractical to me, honestly. It's a little too much if we try to reach that far. Would it even be a game then, or would it be something else entirely? If it reaches into our own reality. Ugh. It is already four-dimensional? Well, you're telling me. I don't know what you guys are really talking about, so y'all just inform me and I'll try to work with what I got. We got someone over here to the left. Should have zoomed in a little bit more. Anyway, he's not gonna bother us, so let's go look for someone else. There's a tank destroyer right over to my left here. There was a tank destroyer right over to my left here. Alright, well, that bar's not doing what it normally does. Hello. Goodbye. Angle, angle, angle. Yes. Yes. Stug. Angle's working. Ooh, that gun inaccuracy is killing us. You want 1v1 mode? Who has angered you so much that you need to 1v1 them? It should just be Rocket League. You guys are... Nah, you're tripping. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Do you think we should get... What is that? What are you talking about? You can't just say, can we get, and then make up something, bro. I'm trying to copy it, but it's giving me the option to report you. That's not really what I want. What would happen if Socrates asked me a question? I'd probably attempt to respond in my most honest... What are you talking about? SAV 20 12.48? Is that what it was? Also, I hope you guys don't mind, but I'm waiting for a very important email. So I'll be checking every once in a while. I am checking currently. Beast said he won't make it to the stream. Oh no. Alright. SAV 2012. Oh, the heat launcher thing. That's fine. No, not a partnership email. I've had the partnership for a while. I'm waiting for a email from the people doing the scholarships at the college I'm trying to get to, and seeing how much money they'll be willing to give me, which I hope it is enough for me to go mostly free of charge. Yesterday you finally got a 1.0 KD? Well, we knew it was gonna happen eventually. Don't email me, man. I don't need... Low tier full auto APHE launcher. Doesn't it also have heat? Hello, just some nothing. Welcome back. Fine, let me look this up. SAV 20. War Thunder. Low so what? Yeah. 120mm autoloader. APCBC with 95mm of pen. Okay, well then what was the one with the heat? Where did that come from? Because I remember that was the thing. Alright, we're gonna do double Waffentrager. 2 of them. And any other rank 4 vehicle that is really good. That I like. I don't know. Ah, yes, there are many options here. I'm surprised they moved the CA Lorraine down from 5 to 4. After the, I can't even think. Decompression. After the decompression, right? Alright, we'll do that, and then Bosford, because that is becoming one of my favorite vehicles, unironically. Ban FU 102. I might. Soup is up for real. The soup is up. SDKFC 3442. What? Guys, I can't. We don't have enough free time to look at every single tank. SDKF. What did you say? 3442. 3442. The Puma. That's in game. What do you mean we need that? Alright, we have a good sniping opportunity here. If we can get into position, I think we have 240mm of pen or so. The Puma tank, yes. Yes, we have it. It's in game. You don't need to be hungry just some nothing. It's just a Waffentrager. It's not, there's no waffles. Uh-oh. Alright, back up. Well, yeah, I need cover too, man. I don't know what you're specifically hiding from if you need it more than me. Where'd he go? Ah. Nice. Alright, there's a ram as well. I want to get rid of the T-34 first, and then the ram we can get with the heat. Or, never mind. It was a non-ideal situation with our aim for the T-34. We refers to a group of people as an us, you, and me. No, no. We do not need it, because it is in-game. We do not. I would load it if that T-34 got out of here, but it's grossly close. It's Kroos, okay? 50 mil Puma is not in War Thunder Mobile. Well, you should have told me. I didn't know that. See, that Puma's the one that I was thinking of. And he's also dead now, thanks to the artillery. It appears we're in some internet difficulties. Okay, guess we're not playing that. You literally have every tank in game and somehow didn't know the 50mm Puma is in game. I didn't know the caliber of the Puma. How am I supposed to know the caliber that this thing has? Where is in rank 3. 75. Okay. Okay. And I'm getting to okay. Okay. No, we'll go play some BV. Does he have every tank in game? I have every single tank except one, which is the WZ-141. Because for some reason, Gaijin decided that that would be a exception for the creator program, and due to that, I do not have it. Huh. Silence, the M1A1 aim, the same tank that lives in the same country as the Huntsman, is only slightly better in a feature that isn't even in mobile. Teldask, you seem a little upset. Not gonna lie. And I can't imagine why. I believe that the M1A1 aim does make sense to have as a event vehicle. Now, guys, you need to hear me out on this. I understand that you want the Leopard 2A5. We're gonna get it eventually. We don't have a set time for when. What size bombs are these? Hold on. BV-238. War Thunder. Give me that. Start heading this way. Yep. See, this is the nice part about having a computer. 250 for... Okay. Well then, I'll try dropping half of them, and then we'll see what that does. Because I don't care to calculate this all right now. Where's this guy? Oh. That's not ideal. I'm just gonna raise a little bit. Anyway. What was I talking about? Yes. The Abrams, right? M1A1 aim. I feel like, I don't know how you guys feel about this. I think, and this really does make sense to me, the event tanks that we get from the updates should be weaker than the ones we get from research. Because people who get them from research actually work the way to get all the way up to that point. On the other side of this, the people who just get it from the events, as you guys know, we have a ton of people in low tier, or they start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They start in low tier vehicles, right? And then randomly, within their first few days of playing, they get a rank 13 tank. And now all of the community's like, hey, I really don't like how all of top tier is full of these inexperienced players because they didn't have the time needed to research it. That's the problem, is that they shouldn't be getting top tier so soon. So to me, it makes a whole lot of sense for them to be like, okay, we hear that, we understand you guys. So because of that, the next top tier is going to be not as good as the researchable ones. So then we don't have this issue of, oh, all the new players are getting the top tier tank and it's stupidly overpowered in comparison with the researchable one. And instead, here we are, they're making it less powerful. It just makes sense to me. I don't see it being terrible. I still don't like the whole concept of new players immediately being able to get high tier stuff. I still think it should be like Worobots, where there's kind of a intermediate stage where they can get like mid-rank tanks, and then once they do well enough in those, they can get high tier. But, you know, this is just how it is at the moment, so there's not much we can really do about it. But at least that's my opinion. I don't know. You guys, you're here. Tell me what you think, please. I'd love to hear your opinion on this. That's a little bit off. We're about to run out of bases anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, well, we're a little bit off on that count, but close enough. Just want something new. I mean, that's the other thing. I do have to remind you guys from time to time, and this especially goes for the people on the Discord, the War Thunder Mobile Discord, that is not necessarily my server, is the fact that there are a lot of duplicate vehicles for certain ranks. For example, the ME262, right? There's like 5 of those, I think, on PC. So, on mobile, we have to go through the painful process of getting every single one of them, one way or another, before we get to move on to the next rank, because that's how Gaijin has decided it is. We have to finalize a rank or get pretty close so it can be like an event offer later, and then we move on. Sorry, not an event offer, but like a seasonal or from a event like Christmas or Halloween, you know, these type of updates. But because of that, it takes a really long time to get us to the next rank. So we've been waiting quite a while for the 2A5. We've been waiting a long while. Well, it's not been super long, but it's been a hot minute for the F86 Saber as well as the MiG-15. Yes, I think the Spa Panzer is fine. Striker, I'm just gonna put this out here. I'm not gonna be playing an entire lineup that someone suggests. We don't need an advertisement right now. I'm not that hungry, man. Yay, more bonds. Give me that. Open it up. Let's see what we get. You can wait for the 2A5 like 3 years because you will download War Thunder Mobile for the 2A5. Well, I don't know if there was any single person that upon release of the game was like, you know what, I'm not playing this game until the 2A5 comes out. Which kind of is ridiculous because that would have been a really long wait. And you'd be very far behind on your progression. Like, at least by playing now, you are as up to date as it gets, and you will be getting the 2A5 on its release. But instead of that, to just wait forever, I don't know. I don't really see that as being super productive. The Sherman VC. It's been a while since I've used that, and then that. But again, we're probably not going to be using these because we're going to be trying to use the Pumas. You'll eat pizza today? That sounds great. You'll soon have to get it. That doesn't sound as great. Bring stream snack and drink later on later stream. I will. I will remember to do that. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. I sure hope so. And at the very least, between streams, I do want to get food. Because people like me, you know, we gotta eat. What... I don't know what I'm saying by people like me. All of us eat food, I'd hope. Otherwise, not many of us would be around, you know. Might not be able to watch the later stream. That's no problem, man. That is not a problem. We can live with the fact that you might not be here. I hope. We want new mid-tier stuff. Well, we do get them. Not often. It's not often at all. But they do get added whenever we get holiday updates, right? They'll add new mid-tier slash kind of low tier. It depends, really. It depends on how they're feeling. Some have been lower than others. Just knock out that. So we in particular do not have to deal with him, but I'm gonna relocate. Striker, I'm not gonna be adhering to your every demand. Challenger 1. The FV... Ooh. I'll tell you right now, the FV 4030, which is technically the Challenger 1, is in-game. So we do have it. It's just kind of rare, I think, because they haven't given it out a whole lot. Ah, it's a Churchill. Okay, well, I'm not going to bother with that. Challenger Mark II, I think we have that as well. We got a ability to drift backwards. That's kind of fun. Stream is lagging. There's nothing I can do about that, man. There's nothing I can do about stream lag. As much as I wish I could. Yes! That was a good shot. Alright, where to go next is the question. Alright, well that did not work. I feel like I've been misled because there's been so many times when I've aimed at this spot and it said you can pen and then I just can't. Alright, well that's not good. What will we get in the April Fool's event? I'm not allowed to say that. You know I'm not allowed to say that. You guys trying to get secrets out of me. Yeah, this is not going to be good. I almost thought we could get out of there. St. Patrick's Day? That is soonish, but I don't think we're going to have a whole vehicle for that. I don't remember. I'll have to look at the website, but I'm pretty confident they said we're not getting an entire vehicle for April Fool's Day. Also, does this guy have direct line of sight into our spawn? Almost. Actually, I might have been able to get him if I just aimed a little bit higher. I can! Alright. We're just gonna wait for him to come back. Doe's gonna get kidnapped through the leaks. I would be. That'd be the last you guys hear of me. Why doesn't he share secrets? Because I'm not allowed to? I want to be in the creator program for a while. Don't think they'll add the Sturm Tiger yet. I would love to see the Sturm Tiger on mobile. Because it's gonna be like the Broombar, but for high tier. If you guys don't remember, the Broombar broke like rank 2 in the platoon that it was at long time ago. Because a lot of tanks were struggling with penning it, and because it was going up against a ton of new players. They were struggling, of course, with penning it because they didn't know where to aim. That problem would not exist so much in higher tiers because people know where to aim. And I think if it was placed around rank I'd say rank 6. I don't believe it would be at rank 5. If it was at rank 6, we would have good reason to be able to kill it. Alright. Where's my gun? There it is. Ah! That is greatly beneficial. No, it's not. I don't need to lie to you guys. There's no ammo on this side, so this is gonna take a while. Especially if there's artillery raining down on me. Wait a minute, there's a SPAA. Let's get out of this path. Never mind, there's no longer an SPAA. Not a good place for me to be right now. St. Patrick's Day is completely unrelated to April Fools. That's what I'm saying, man. Irish population, while April Fools is different. You know, some non-Irish people also celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Not gonna name names, but I sometimes have a little bit of celebration, and I wear some green. Yes, it's an SPAA. Why would I say, ah, yes, a spa? There's a spa over there. Somebody shoot the spa! That sounds even worse. That sounds so much worse. Why would I say that? Woo. Stop moving. Stop moving. Stop. 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 Did that do nothing? It did nothing. What am I looking at? Boy! Get out the way! Jeez. No, yeah, I relax. I will relax. You want me to play the spare? I'll play the spare. Did he just disappear? Okay. It's fine. Fine by me. Sure. Are you playing while watching? Watching what? Kaz, I almost killed you. I gotta apologize formally. I didn't mean to be that funny. I really didn't mean it, man. I'm sorry. They said in news. Right now? No, they didn't. There's no announcement right now. What are you talking about? Look. War Thunder news. St. Patrick's Day. There's gonna be 0 vehicles. 0 vehicles. This is for War Thunder. Wrong game. There we go. War Thunder Mobile. Silver Lines task. Avatar. And then we have a background. Yeah, there's no vehicle. I don't know where you got that information from. Alright. Sure, we'll run it back with the Team Unator, which I, again, still hate that name. I really think the community's got to figure something else out, because this is not going to work for me. In fact, I'm going to have this PT-16 be a secondary, because I think it's an enjoyable tank. They should add the E100 back for a short time. They never added it in the first place. Alibaba Nator. That one I find funnier because it seems more creative. Temu was kind of, it's a low-hanging fruit, man. It was right there, and we're like, yes, we'll go with that one. Critical thinking, what is that? Also, why is there nobody out here? Normally there's like 1 or 2 guys, but nothing. Oh, they're firing at someone. Lock. Wrong button. Lock. Run. Okay. We're safe-ish. Social credit Nator. Yeah, well, yeah, but Seems kind of like not good enough. St. Patrick's event is on March 8th. Well, March 8th is a Sunday, as you would know, because that is 2 days away. And as you might also know, War Thunder doesn't often do updates, especially for War Thunder Mobile. We don't often do updates or announcements on Saturdays. There have been a very few exceptions, but for the vast majority of the time, we do not do updates or announcements. I'm waiting for the smoke to clear so I can try to get people, but Terminal, that doesn't make any sense, I'm gonna be honest. It's bad enough that there was a movie called The Terminator, and we're like, okay, that's a perfect idea for what we're gonna call this other vehicle. Now we have to, based on that. Why can't we make the name for this entirely unique? Why does it have to be like, oh, it's similar to that, therefore we must make the name similar to that? Alright. Finally we got a lock on someone or something. Alright, that's out. That's out. Those are both going straight into that building right there. Give me guidance, man. Gatorator? It has nothing to do with Gatorade. Matter of fact, why don't we just give it a Chinese name because it's Chinese? Thingamajig is random but funny. Yeah, I'd be acceptable of that. I'd find that to be okay. Because that's what it is. It's a... Why? Why? What did I do to anger this man that he had to target me specifically? I do not know. Beijing thing? I'm good with that, in fact. I'd be happy to call it the Beijing thing. That sounds like a decent enough idea to me. I'll just stop him from moving first. Alright, that's the second part. One more APFSDS and then we switch to heat. Alright, hopefully this drops right where I need it to. Yay! That's not gonna be good. Okay, so we can actually fire APFSDS through dead vehicles. Composite's doing its job. Where's this last crew member? Driver? Yeah, something like that. BMP is also over here, I think. Somewhere? Ooh, Moderna. Did that just hit the tree? It did hit the tree. Moderna. Yes! We knocked out the cannon. Excellent. Alright, can we also get his, truck? Someone else knocked out the truck. We have rounds gone from the ready rack. This is so survivable! Holy cow! Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Alright, we're gonna die shortly, though. Here, this is not gonna be good. I'm just playing the game. I don't know what... I don't know. I should have consumed less rounds, I think. Gonna move? He did move. I'll move too. See, now we both moved. Isn't that nice? Where is he? Alright, well that guy's gone. You guys are a little bit incompetent, I can't lie. Just a little bit. Spray and Prayinator? I don't think so. I don't think so. This is the PT16 T14 mod. Are you gonna kill me or are you just gonna sit there? Thank you. What round does the PT16 use? APFSDS. And Heat FS. DM23, we also have DM13 and DM12. Some of which not as good as others. I think I want to try this here. Alright. Alright. Driver. Alright. Alright. What was that? Like 4 kills right there? Just wait. Just wait. Go. Yes. We're just farming. We're just farming kills. What the heck was that? I don't even have words. That just kill after kill after kill after kill. And I'm the only person left. Okay, great. And y'all question my KD. Alright, we're not going to be surviving whatever last encounter we end up with here. Nope, not after that accident. Maybe so. No, we're out of rounds. 4-second autoloader with DM33 would be facing top tier as a German TKX. Sure. 707 on your tank means Boeing 707? No, I didn't put that there. What about the COVID? I think we shouldn't be making fun of massive, terrible tragedies that killed quite a few people. That doesn't bode well with what I believe in. Not really. Yeah, I know you mean for the QN 506, but still. Can you play the BMP4? Yeah, sure, we'll play that because it's rarely used. Rarely used. And it performs pretty similar. I will tell you, I actually think the BMD4M is worse. Like, considerably worse than the Chinese counterpart. But if it gives me an excuse to use the C2A1 or the Object 775 as a secondary, I'm gonna take it. Also, people say that the 4033 is good, but I don't really see the appeal. PT16, it's worse. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. All right. So you guys know the rounds because you did ask very, very patiently earlier. We have APDS, a AP HEF, whatever the F is supposed to be, belt, and an AP mainly belt. But we'll go with the APDS. We'll go with the APDS. And then, of course, the tandem ATGMs instead of the high explosive or the high explosive. So we'll see how that goes. We can float in water, though. Can anyone lend you 15 bucks? Maybe, but not me, because I'm trying to give money to a different charity. At the moment, which is going semi-successfully. But, yeah. Okay. Normally someone's over here. I guess Cheese Guy 1 right here in the M1128 is taking care of that angle, though. So, not something we really need to worry about. I feel like there's going to be more concerning stuff over here. Mr. Cryo YT is playing in the game as well. I don't recognize that name, but supposing it's another YouTuber, that's cool. Alright, no one over there. Should be someone over here soon. All things considered. Other people using the BMD4M2. K2 Black Panther, I think it's a little bit soon for that. But yeah, sure, eventually, why not? Oh. It's a Fiat. We're doomed. I'm just gonna put artillery on him. And I hope that takes care of the problem. I don't think he can come over here and get us where he's at right now. The A-10 is going to be an issue, though. 2S25M. Can he shoot towards us? Okay, there's someone behind me. Note that. No, we're not going to be saved here. Regardless of what I would want from this situation, we're dead. Pretty much. Need to back up considerably if I want to survive this. I fired! You're supposed to attack now. Yes! Which way is his cannon aimed? We're lagging too. Ah! Alright, gunner. Good, we gotta get out of here because there's enemies getting a little too close for my liking. Alright, stop moving. That did not do anything. See if I can get a better angle. Maybe not. Oh, just forget it. We'll go to A. Too much copy and paste tanks to a nation? That's kind of how it works. A little bit. That a couple tanks are going to be pretty similar to other ones, so we're going to have to just deal with it. Alright. We're drifting a whole lot. I was not ready for this amount of drift. Back up. Or just wait. I like how his cannon is poking through, and that gives me the opportunity to break it. Or get pretty stinking close. Alright, this guy, let's wreck this crate so he can't fire through it. Where's this dude? Bye? Okay. See ya. We need the PC market and mobile. Why? Why would we need that? I genuinely don't understand why that's a necessary thing to have. Oh. 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 Crap. Alright, back up. Back up, back up. Alright, we're kind of safe, but not really. Sweden and the market are two separate things. What are you guys talking about? The artillery is not going to be good for us. In case you guys didn't know, BMDs are actually allergic to artillery, and it's really bad for their immune system. By immune system, I mean armor. That definitely is real and isn't a fabrication of my mind that this thing has armor. Yep. Doesn't that have APFSDS? It does not, actually. Maybe it does on PC, but they haven't modeled APFSDS for this tank on mobile yet. Who are you? Someone else above us? Yes. Alright, that's damage. That's enough damage. We're fine. Here's someone. Alright. Smoke. Suspicious smoke. Something that's not as suspicious over here. Let's go take a look at it. Yeah, but it doesn't carry APFCS though. That's the thing. Even if we wanted to, we can't exactly do that. If this guy is rocking the, what's it called? TOW-2B missiles, we might be doomed here, but otherwise I think we're going to be fine to advance. cheese guy has Jade out for no apparent reason whatsoever. Can we sneak in here and just get this real quick? Yes, we can. Yeah, we were safe. You need the Freka without the spike missiles. Kind of takes away the fun if you're asking me. I can understand the price point with the spike missiles, but without it, I don't understand the price point. PC market on mobile is going to be a good thing for capitalists. Yeah, but no. Yeah, but Teldask, I don't care to pronounce it like that, so I'm not going to. Anyway, we'll play a little bit of a underappreciated, used to be researchable tanks from rank 1. By that I mean like almost the entire German line. Gonna get the pizza now. You, best of luck. I hope the pizza does not bite back. Alright, 66 millimeters a pen. We're gonna die. We are gonna die. Pretty quickly. Let's go. If market ever comes, I'm selling the VT4 for 30 bucks. I don't think it's going to be worth 30 bucks. That's kind of why I feel like the PC market for mobile is such a terrible idea. Is that the only way you'd be able to gauge a price for something is based on how rare it is, right? That's how supply and demand works. And if there are 2 vehicles per update coming out, there's going to be a lot of supply with very, very little demand. And because of that, the market just, it won't work. Just a scary hair on my screen. Okay, well that's something. You do your repairing. You do that. Put artillery on that SPAA. Farcia with only spikes. That just seems redundant, but not difficult by any means. Dare I say annoying, just not difficult. You go die. Do not be here anymore, boy. Get out. Alright, that's a good one. Turret next. Alright, I'll happily take that kill. Gotta go back defend this line again. People are dying. The children are weeping. Your chats are actively being ignored. They will be ignored from time to time if I just really do not agree with what you're saying. That guy did not know what he was doing. Why is everyone right here? Surely they have something better to do. Get him. Alright, let's go help our teammates for once. Reason to believe Kaz's comments are real but being ignored. No, that's just government propaganda. His comments are all fake. They never were real. Alright, good shot there. Jeez, we got pretty good post-fen. I think this is a nuke shell. Or at least what they would call a nuke shell on PC, where we have a lot of post-fen. Maybe not a ton, but it's certainly noticeable. That is good stuff. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna like that. Yes, we're still clearing out the enemy team from our area. Perhaps if we play this in reverse, we'll do okay. If this enemy can, you know, make up his mind on where he wants to go. Okay, reasonable. Now that guy's dead. Oh, he's not dead. Sorry, the smoke confused me a little bit. There's also someone right down here. Man, this fire is really annoying me, but what can we do? Alright, start repairing. Slightly shorter reload on the repair. Good. They should add helis? Sure, I mean, why not? That's not gonna break anything, and of course, I don't... What? I don't know. I think helis would be a good idea for after we have rank 14 done. Whatever / whenever that is. And of course, by rank 14, you guys know I'm talking about, like, the most modern MBTs. Of course. Once those are all figured out, I wouldn't mind us getting, helis. That guy's already dead. Why am I firing at a corpse? You better peek. Yeah. Okay, I don't see why they removed this from the game. It seems to be doing quite well. Big Brother is watching. No, not at all. No idea what you're talking about. Not, especially when I said earlier, like, I don't want to tell you guys what's in the plans for April, because I could get, like, kidnapped or whatever I said. I don't remember. Ah, he had a friend. This is the only time I have stuttered. 10 kills straight. Alright, we're gonna use this because we need to finish this game. Not saying that it will, it's just we're one of few players left. If you leak the April event planes, that's not my problem, because you're the one leaking it, and you're the one that's gonna get in trouble for it. Pretty sure Gaijin said they can, like, temporarily ban your account, or even worse if you do leak stuff like that, but yeah. I don't know what your acronym you're saying, guys. You keep saying this acronym. I have no idea what you're talking about. I would probably know if I did research on it, but I have not done any particular research with that, so I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, where's this enemy? Besides that one plane that's supposedly up way out there. I'll give you my left kidney for leaks. That's not worth it. You guys know I know. Okay. 500 cigarettes? Yes. Because that'll solve everything. And not give you more problems. 1984 by George Orwell. I read a George Orwell book once. Not too long ago, in fact. Lord of the Flies, guys. Lord of the Flies. I did enjoy that book. And would I read it again? Probably not. Probably not. But I did have it. I did have it. Anyway. They still haven't sent the email. I'm getting distressed. I think we're going to be streaming for the next half hour, and then I'm going to go for the break. $60 fridges? I think I'd rather have 60 fridges than 500 cigarettes, I'm going to be honest. Alright. Panzer IV F1, and then we'll try some SPAA work with the Yistervark. Or however that's supposed to be pronounced. Stop making jokes about cigarettes. I'm getting uncomfortable. My dad died from lung cancer. My grandpa had lung cancer too, you know. And that also ended up killing him eventually. So you're not the only one that's had family members die because of cigs. I'm glad my grandpa stopped. I mean, he did stop later in his life, but it caught back up with him. Guys, it's not a problem. I didn't really know him. That's another thing with living overseas all your life. You really only know your direct family. Anyone outside of your direct family, such as relatives from the further parts, I don't really know that much, so I wasn't that close to him. Nonetheless, I'm sad that he's gone, because I'm sure there's plenty of great stories he could have told me if I was around for longer, but I just didn't really have a connection to him because I wasn't there. I wasn't there with him in the States. Hello, JKT407 NH7DP. What a mouthful of a name that is. But yes, welcome to the stream. Right now I'm just playing random tanks. Hold on a moment, guys. You're not good. Your KD is below 1. Below 1, and your username is you're not good. I think there's some self-reflection that has to happen over here, but okay. Sure. That's gonna work, right? Go. Not really. Not really, no. Okay, then. That's gonna be bad. Non-pen. Yeah, I have a feeling it made sense for them to remove this one. Not gonna lie. This I can see as being a reasonable thing to remove. Because we're gonna have to take this man's crew out one by one if we want to properly do this. At least it's kind of accurate, though. Or decently accurate, I should say. That's a rock. I think we should have started repairing a little bit ago, but we didn't. There we go. That was a struggle, but we got through it. Okay. SPAA. Oh, I can move now. I should use that to my advantage. Quit moving. SPAA. This guy might be a little bit more of a problem at the moment. Alright, that hit the track. That did not. Oh, that was a beautiful shot. Really, bro? I machine gun to get rid of the fence, and then the fence destroys the next round. Blocks fruit C? Second C? What are you guys talking about? Grandfather died of doing white powder. That's crazy. Wasn't even conscious when my dad passed. Jeez, guys. You said second C. Huh? Huh? Genuinely no idea what you guys are on about. We got HVAP. 52s. We're doing anti-air work. No, we'll actually, well, fine. We'll do a little bit of HVAP. There goes that guy. Right into the ground. Second C. When did I say that? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Is that a game? Is it a movie? What are you talking about? The spa. Yeah. That's what it is. The SPAAA. The spa. Yak 9. Scary. Very scary aircraft indeed. What is he going for? Ooh, we got a rapid fire gun on this one. Alright, maybe the HVAP will work if we have 50 millimeters of pen and 100 rounds per second reload. You said something that ended in C. Okay, well, it was not whatever you were thinking it was, because I don't believe in whatever you just said. No. Not even. Here, a gift. Little gift. Or will he just not notice that I'm here? That could be a thing that happens. Okay. I'm fine with that. That could be a problem. How much millimeter of frontal armor does that thing have? Like 60? Unangled? Right? Where'd he go? No idea. Alright, plane up. focus on that. And now we gotta do a nice long reload. Great. Apologize for your actions. Oh, you best. This reload's it's a little annoying, I'm gonna be honest. Someone else is machine gunning me. Okay then. Who's doing that? Oh, the M4. We have loaded the high explosive belt. And he missed. Okay. Well, I think that's the last we're gonna have to worry about him, considering the game's about to be over. Come on, something. Anything. Fine. Gifting people artillery? Yep, that's how it works. That's how it works. Been a while since I've done this. I've seen so many people use the 268 recently. Perhaps it would be a good time to try it again. And the Action X, because there's always someone complaining that I need to try the Action X. Can you show how you smoke your cigar every night? No, because I don't smoke cigars, so I can't show that because it doesn't happen. Oh my goodness, the Ravana has made its return in War Robots. It's beautiful. I was in an Object 268 and a Shilka tried killing me. Guess who won? Well, I'd hope you're 268. But I don't know. We have essentially a KV-1 high explosive round, but we're not going to be using that. Don't breathe, there's a Jinn. It's called Oxygen. I don't know anything about Jinns besides that, like, episode series in Ninjago. That's all I got. Surely a T-10A cannot pen me. My armor is iron. I'm not gonna say anything besides the fact that this leaves much to be desired. Besides the fact that we were easily able to knock out his, Bro. Watch, he's gonna die. See? See? What did I tell you? Alibaba Ghost, amazing. Yesterday's recording, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Beautiful shot. Is that a ZSU? That's a ZSU. Hold on. Hold on. Shouldn't my heavy machine gun be able to heavy machine gun these guys? Or am I tripping? I might be tripping. The heavy machine gun is back up and ready if anyone chooses to mess with my distress. Oh, there's someone right there too. Okay, I didn't see that. Okay. You're just gonna be casually hacking like that? I see how it is. And I missed. Okay. Loader's out pretty fast with that. Alright. I think you need cigarette therapy. Well, I don't think so because I don't smoke. Or maybe that's how it works, you know. Stage 1 is... what is it? Rejection? No. When you claim that you don't have a problem. You refuse to acknowledge it. He's not gonna come back out here. Not while I'm out here. Alright, well then we'll just move. Okay, you can suggest a lineup, but that doesn't mean it's gonna happen. Just to warn you. That guy's been plaguing us for a while. Okay, well I'm going this way now, thank you very much. Don't know if he really thought that through. The only way to go wasn't forward. For some reason I feel like you like Great Britain. Or did until you died. Now you don't like it as much because you're dead. I want to work on your aim, little man. Tiger. We're gonna slowly shimmy our way out of here. Okay, we're hitting something back here. Ouch. Hello, Phoenix. Welcome. Alright, Ice 3 on B. Let's do that. It's gonna be great. The machine gun here isn't as heavy. This is the DSKH, right? However one's supposed to pronounce that, you know. Nobody knows these days. Anyways. Definitely a target-rich environment. Alright, we got a hit there. Put artillery on that guy. And, yeah. Let's go and check this out, I guess. See how this goes. Alright, make sure the pike nose is pike nosing. It was. I think we have someone trying to flank? No, not quite. He might. He might go for it. I think that's a ZSU over here. Okay, well that explosion effect, wherever that was, says otherwise. Dishka? Well, I don't know about that. I was never fluent in Russian. Probably won't be for a while, because I'm not trying to learn that language. Ah. Yeah, I don't know what you're thinking, man. Okay, well, this is a bad situation for both of us. Me especially, because if he gets his gunners back, I'm not going to be able to do anything about it, and he's going to take out my cannon. Alright, well, now we don't have to worry about that. Let's get everything reloaded. I should visit India? Not in my travel plans, I'm going to be honest. Not for a while, at least. I don't see that happening in the foreseeable future. Well, we're not damaged yet. What did you guys get hit by? Dead guy? Okay. We got someone going towards B. I'm going to try to take A. We'll see how this goes. Put some smoke behind me. Could you? Yeah. Alright. 2 players, 3 players over here. IS-2 being one of them. Not my particular favorite group of people. The enemy team, you know. It is what it is. Hello. Goodbye. Alright, artillery on that SPAA and that guy. Guys, if I'm gonna go somewhere, it's probably gonna be the States. Just letting you know. And it's gonna be, like, soon-ish. Yeah, whatever that guy said. Alright. Yay, my artillery is doing its job. They're winning. Not for long, if I have anything to say about it. Alright, I missed, so maybe I don't have anything to say about it. Your turret armor's surprisingly durable, my friend. I'll give that to you. Mate, yes. ME262. This reload feels longer than it should be. Hello? Any independent fact checkers out there to check that fact? Okay, well that just seems unrealistic, I'm gonna be honest. We're just gonna stay here. We're good. We're good to go. We're fine.
Another zone captured, we have the advantage.
We do have the advantage. And why this reload feels so long, I don't know. There must have been an error in translation, because this does not seem right. There's a 2S38 somewhere. Somewhere out here. Just gonna go back around A. To hope he's trying to decap. Give him a little knee slap. No, he's not here. 9 kills, okay. 2S38 at this tier? No. Why'd they do that sound effect so many times? The 230 something, some or another something. 2S3M. That. Action next time. Play the EBR if you have it, love it, that YOLO tank. I do have it, I'm not playing it. I think this is the last match before I go. And have a little break. Right as Just Some Nothing gets back. Sounds like a wonderful idea. Visit Milwaukee. Which one? There's like 7. Maybe not that many, but there's a few. Alright, we got APDS. We're going with APDS. Oh, well, this is not where I thought I was going to be. Well. We're going to make a run for it. Shell shattered on one of those? The 2S19? It's a bit ridiculous. Of course there's more than one Milwaukee. Break already? You aren't even unked yet? What are you talking about, man? We always do it. We do one stream, and then we do a second stream. That's how we've been doing the past couple of Fridays. It's a 2-hour intermission. No particular reason why I need it to be that long. It's not like I have to charge my phone and get ready, because 8 p.m. my time is when I'd specifically say I was going to stream or anything like that. In fact, the early stream is more of a formality just for people who can't show up to the late stream. So, yeah. I have to have that time in between to get stuff done. Which, of course, does include updating my, not updating. Getting some battery juices back into my phone and all. Status. What are you guys talking about? I am not that old. In fact, I am younger than you think. At least, that's how it seems. A lot of people thought I would be older, and then they learn what my real age is, and they're like, oh, didn't expect that. Classic British shells shattering. He's turning. Pretty much. Does this have a 105mm cannon? Maybe. I'm not getting a low taper fade. That seems like a terrible idea. Sure, it looks like a 105. And the shell shatters like a not 105. What are we putting our attention to? That guy? Okay, well, no thank you. No, I'm good. I'm good. I bet my shell would have shattered if I tried to hit that. Very fortunate we didn't hit the ammo. He is very fortunate. Yeah, there's nothing there. Yay, the shell didn't shatter. Which means... yeah! Shells are made of Legos? I mean, that's kind of what they went with, right? That was the British mentality. Oh, we should not slow down there. I was trying to turn. It did not want to turn. Alright, IS-3. With our long reload. The bias machine. This was designed, in fact, to go up against the Tiger 1s. And the Tiger 2s, I guess, but the Tiger 1s more so. Just so you can pull up to them and strike fear into their hearts. And like, as they have active PTSD, which I know PTSD is like post-traumatic stress disorder, but they have active stress, so like you're just giving them panic attacks by sitting around. That's what this was built for. To show up on the battlefield and give people active stress disorders. Yeah, we are playing War Thunder the long way, that's very true. What does bias mean? I'm a beginner. Bias is actually nothing to do with War Thunder. It is a word from the English language that means to have a preference or favorability towards something. So the idea of Soviet bias is that Gaijin, for whatever reason, has a particular favor or preference for the Soviet vehicles. And because of the preference to the Soviet vehicles, they perform better than other ones. Now, I don't think this is true. I think it does just come down to how the games are, how the players play them, and how the games play out based on that. It doesn't have anything to do with the vehicles themselves. But longtime War Thunder players may tell you that it's Soviet bias. It's not a thing. Yeah, some would say that Gaijin is a Russian company, which it might have been at the beginning, but currently it's not. Not really. Because all their bases are outside of Russia for their bases of operation. Hungarian. Yeah, see, that's the thing. They have bases in... And by bases, I mean offices. They have offices in Hungary. They have offices in Germany. I think it does make sense to say they probably have one in the States as well. Maybe. Take a look at this. Gaijin offices. Our main headquarters is in Budapest, Hungary. We have a few hundred lightly skilled specialists. Oh yeah, that's definitely what happens. Yeah. Germany, Cyprus, Latvia, Hungary, Armenia, and UAE is where they have their locations. So not in the US. But they don't have anything in Russia anymore. They did move. Okay, I think we're going to end the stream here because I have to have the time to go and do stuff, you know. For real. And it was a good time to play with you guys. I will be back in 2 hours, assuming I don't die within, you know, from now to 2 hours from now, which I don't think is likely, but anything can and might definitely happen. It's not biased when someone shell bounced on my side track armor then pens my armor. No, it's not. It just happens. Yeah. That's all it is. Yeah, I do eat. That's so true. I do eat, and I'll have to get the stream snack for the longer, full 2-hour stream that we do at 8 p.m. No, we don't need to bring back the uranium cows. It's not. You aren't on life support like Spookston. Is Spookston on life support? What? Since when? I don't know if you guys know this. I don't watch I don't watch Spookston's videos at all, so I wouldn't know if he's not well or anything, but one year ago, he had a liver transplant to replace a failing liver. Unfortunately, it seems the disease which caused the original liver to fail has returned. What? Okay, well, I guess that's that, but. Huh. Fox 2 Splash P2I. We might play that in the next stream when we come back, 2 hours from now. Maybe. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this stream. We are doing well on our donations. We're getting there. We're working on it, and I'm glad to have you guys come and join and watch the stream when you do. Oh, by the way, guys, there was a announcement in game just now for the PSO. We'll look at this as a last send off before the stream ends. Ariat PSO Armored Ram. Now, I know you guys are going to think this is just paper. Because it mostly is, I think. If I remember correctly, it is mostly paper. Okay, we're going to skim through this because we get the idea it's a tank. Development began in late 1970s. First prototype was completed in 1986. A total of 200 were produced. Amazing. Looks like we already have some ERA on it, so that's going to be fun. Italian contingent's participation in peacekeeping in Iraq is why it got additional protection. Specialized peace support operation add-on armor kit was developed. Applique blocks mounted on the hull and turret sides to increase survivability, primarily designed to counter handheld anti-tank grenade launchers. Cool. So it's not going to do much if people use like tandems, I guess, which, you know, ERA doesn't normally do that. Very good armor-piercing round, high mobility add-on armor on hull and turret sides, effective against chemical munitions. High vulnerability to kinetic armor-piercing rounds, limited ammunition choice. Mobile main battle tank for active combat and capturing points, equipped with excellent APFSDS round that penetrates most opponents through their silhouette. Mostly about that. It'll become Italy's first modern MBT in Warthoner Mobile. This vehicle is built in the tradition of Western tank design. As an indigenous Italian development, it possessed its own interesting features. The Italian Ram is starting its sprint. Main advantages is its good mobility, high firepower. 120mm gun is designed to use standard NATO ammunition. It can utilize a Heat FS round in 2 types of APFSDs, including one of the best in the game, DM53. Penetrates the silhouette of most opponents. You already said that. Okay. Protection is less optimistic. Its base armor is very light and cannot stand modern rounds. PSO protect against handheld. Improve the tank's survivability against heat munitions and non-tandem ATGMs. There's not a lot of non-tandems at top tier. Will I be online on Discord? Of course. Of course. But screens are unlikely to help against APFCS. Low protection, good mobility, and excellent firepower define it. First and foremost, it is an active, aggressive style, capturing points and flanking. Well, I like flanking, so this might not be too bad. At least for me. I know a lot of people are going to be very upset with it. PSO cannot afford to let the enemy shoot it. It must always strike first and strike true. Calmer scenarios, the tank can handle their sniper role quite well. It can quickly reach an advantage point, and its accurate gun with high penetration round will sense any enemy. Whatever path you choose, the Ariat PSO will perform its task excellently. Alright, 6.5 second reload, so it's going to be like 7.1 with my maxed crew. Well, not max crew, it's at 80%. Ariat PSO. We'll take a look at the exact round statistics for this thing. Okay. 110mm of armor on the front, 140 on the turret. Yeah, that's not going to be stopping anything. DM53 with 623mm of pen, so it's going to be similar to the Challenger in that regard. Then Heat FS with 480 and another DM33 round, which we're probably not going to be using. Do I pull my homegirl? Why would you pull anybody? That doesn't seem very nice. And then we have three 7.62 millimeter machine guns. So it's actually going to be kind of decent for anti-air in that regard. But with the enemies that you're going to be going up against, it's not going to be fun to try to main as anti-air. And this is at 11.7 for PC. Just so you guys know. Romantically, no. No, she'll kill you. I wouldn't recommend. Alright, I hope you guys have enjoyed this stream. I'm going to go now, take my 2-hour break, and I will be back. And we will have more fun. We will have more fun. Of course. Sherman at top tier, very stable, relies on reaction time, otherwise it's going to be garbage. Yeah, okay. Whatever you say, Beast. Whatever you say. Bye, guys. Thank you for stopping by, watching, and I'll see you later. Peace.